now 3 p.m., calling the Education Committee to order at this time. At this time, I'm going to ask Counselor McGady to share an invocation with us.
Thank you. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you now in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, and we just thank you for the opportunity to sit in these rooms together as a collective body. And we would ask, dear Lord, that you would guide our decisions as we make important decisions for the Cherokee Nation during this Education Committee meeting. And we say this in the name of our Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Counselor McGady. Shelley, would you please conduct the roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Condessa Teehee.
Ani.
Julia Coates. Sasha Black Fox Qualls.
Here.
Danny Callison. Here. Joe Deere. Kevin Easley. Here. Ashley Grant. Here. Uriah Grass. Lisa Hall.
Here.
Clifton Hughes. Here. Johnny Kidwell. Here. Daryl Legg. Here. Kendra McGady. Here. Dora Petskowski. Here. Cody Poindexter.
Honey.
Joshua Sam. Here. Melvina Shotpouch. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Shelley. At this time, the floor is open for a motion to approve the minutes from our February 9th meeting. Okay, I have a motion from Counselor Hughes with a second from Cody Poindexter. Okay. All right, and so we will now begin with our reports. First up, from Vocational Programs, Talking Leaves Job Corps, we have the Executive Director of Career Services, Ms. Diane Kelly. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Well, thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to share something with some of y'all. I know that some of y'all knew this young man. He's worked for me 3 different times. He was my finance director several times, Jimmy Woodard. His dad was the street commissioner here in town. Jimmy passed away Thursday.
Oh.
And I know that Melvina and Daryl, all of y'all, I know, all of y'all worked with him. They were supposed to be making arrangements today, but I wanted to let you know, because he also worked for Bill John. He was working for Bill John when he passed. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I knew most of y'all knew him. My reports here, if you've got any questions, I wanted to spotlight our Buildings Trades program, Lee Primo, who is our instructor, and then Jill has a young lady in here who got accepted to the advanced culinary program out at Treasure Island out in California. And then our our student government, which is like our student council, she spotlighted them. And then we spotlighted our Surge Tech program. We like to spotlight our training programs in our education committee, but that's what we have. And then some of y'all were asking about our Career Pathways program and our leadership program. Here's the flyers, and I will leave these with Gail, and you all can pick them up at the end of the meeting. Do y'all have any questions of me?
All right. Counselor Callison.
Yeah, wanted to thank your group. We had a good time when Chief spoke at the Pryor Chamber of Commerce the other day, and your group is always very active in District 15, and thank you very much for them. I appreciate them a whole bunch.
Well, they do a really good job of networking with the community up there in the Mid-America Park, and they're very active in the chamber, and most of our staff are in most all the chambers, so appreciate all the activities that go on up there, Danny. That's one of the things that we're getting ready to do. We're hosting the Stillwell Strawberry Festival chamber meeting, which is going to be on the 6th, and so I know that Josh is aware of it, but we each member host it, and then they can put on the lunch and everything. So ours is the Wednesday before the Strawberry Festival, and the Strawberry Festival's on the 9th. So some of you all that might want to ride in that parade will need to get your entries in.
All right. Any other Speaker Kidwell?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Diane, you know, the Culinary Center there in San Francisco, I know that that's quite an accomplishment, really. I mean, it's no small feat to do that. I know that the Coast Guard Culinary Center is up in Petaluma, and they do a lot of work together. So I went to many events out there on the West Coast where they had gone together and did a few different things. So tell them congratulations. Really, I mean, it's no small feat to be involved in that.
Well, thank you. It is rumored right now within the Department of Labor that the Navy may take over the barracks that they're in again, and so that program may revert over to the Navy. One of the things we've been told is when the new fiscal year rolls around, we're going to be asked to develop some of our training programs for some of the things that are needed with Department of Defense. And we're thinking, from all indications, that they're going to put Department of Labor Job Corps with the Department of Defense so that they can look at the trade programs. But they also look at the Job Corps as a area for recruiting people for the military. So we know that some changes are coming, and we're going to try to be prepared for it so that we can dictate what we're going to do rather than them come in and tell us what trades we'll do.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. It's easier, much easier oftentimes for the military to hire the people who can perform a specific job type, in that, instead of bringing them in and having to train them themselves. Because as you know, I don't know if anybody knows this, but the military's training cycles are much longer. It takes them like 5 weeks to train something that the Job Corps would take them a week. So, so take that information how you see fit. But it is much easier sometimes to hire the people and bring them in the enlisted ranks to give them those MOSs and those ratings. So, yeah, I think it's a great idea, and that's a good one.
Thank you. Well, they've already tapped 4 Job Corps centers, the trades that they have. They're wanting them to be tapped for looking at building some of the ships, the shipbuilders. So they've got welding programs and some of the other programs that they need for those ships. So they've already told us there's 4 that they're tapping to do that.
That's great. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Any other questions for Executive Director Kelly? Okay, seeing no other questions, thank you for being with us
Thank
this
you, Madam
afternoon.
Chair. Thank you, council members.
All right, and next up with our Education Department, we have Mr. Mark Vance, our Executive Director.
CO to God.
CO.
Hello, everyone. You have my report. I got a few highlights. Don't worry about writing this down. Lisa Tristarter will email you all this stuff that I'm getting ready to tell you. You may already have it, or Gail may send it to you. But our College Resource Center, March 1st, scholarship applications open for the 26-27 year. So it's already open for next year. So tell your everyone that it's opened up. Get on the Godoogie portal and re-sign. We got to reapply every year. Got to reapply every year. You got to remember that. That's one thing that the new ones do not. Our Chief and Deputy Chief Honor Awards, which is the valedictorian salutatorian deadline, March 31st. March 31st, you'll get that application. April 1st, 2026 Education Pathway Summit at the College and Career Resources Center, Carr Albert College in Salisaw. 2 sessions at 10 o'clock and 11:30 and 12:30 and 2, and we'll feed the kids. That's April 1st at the Roger State, or Carr Albert College. I don't know why I keep saying Carr Albert State College. The deadline for scholarship is June 15th. So if you tell them to reapply, and they have till June 15th. If they don't have anything in, we can't help them. So if they can't, just get it started. Get the application started so we can help you. Okay, get it started. The Trail of Tears Award just went out. That's all the 12th graders and 8th graders. We call it a resume builder for everything they've done from kindergarten to 8th grade, and then it comes again from 9th grade to 12th grade. All the public schools get it. They get a little $100 gift cards for everything they do, citizenship, academic, sports, things like that. It's a neat little Trail of Tears Award, and that's Shauna Calico's group. Johnston O'Malley Camp Cherokee's coming around the corner, and the dates they'll send out, it's opened up March 13th. It goes live on the www.camp.cherokee.org. That's a great deal for our kids. It's free. It's all summer long. It's week long. We have 6 camps we offer all over the reservation. The best part about it, the kids that sign up want to be there. STEM related, learn a lot of things, and it's a camp environment. Our Hardy Hills, the residential camp, is one of the best camps around. I'd say if you went anywhere else, it'd cost you $2,000 to attend, and it's free. We do a great job out there. It's a great camp, Heart of the Hills. That's the last one in late July. Tango Flight, our airplane celebration, has been rescheduled, so you didn't miss it. It's been rescheduled, okay? So it'll be probably next month, hopefully. That's some kind of wiring problem, and of course we want it to be perfect when they start it in flight. So it's just not ready yet, so we'll do that Tango Flight next month. Madam, that's my report.
All right, do we have any questions? Okay, Council Poindexter.
Yeah, I've been going around to all the local robotics tournaments lately, and I don't know nothing about robotics, okay. But it's real neat to see, and I know as a former Camp Cherokee kid myself, STEM was a big thing.
Absolutely.
Involved there, and it was really cool to see that. And I actually had some interest from local kids and parents and people involved in that robotics and STEM field Would it be possible that sometime down the road if Cherokee Nation ever did their own robotics tournament?
Yes, absolutely. We thought about having one at Sequoia a few
Okay.
years ago.
Wow.
The problem is they're already state certified.
Okay.
They're trying to qualify for state, so they go to all the different sites. Now, we could probably host a state one, which is like an NSU they do every year. Robotics has been around a long time, and you see the book, how they maneuver it, and they have somebody else doing something, and then they have a book of all the reports of what
Yep.
they do on it. So it's pretty neat how you can qualify for the Worlds.
Yeah.
But absolutely, we can have one.
I had no idea that it was that big. It's like a concert.
Oh, yeah. It's
Like,
packed.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so I encourage you all to go to those if you see them in your district. And a lot of great Cherokee kids
Yes.
are involved. So,
Yes.
but anyways, thank you for the time, Chair.
Thanks for attending. They're mostly on Saturdays.
All right. Any other questions for Mr. Vance? All right. I see no other questions. Thank you for joining us this
Thank you.
afternoon. All right. And next up with Head Start, we have the amazing Verna Thompson. Afternoon. In the nick of time.
We have a lot of things going on in Head Start. One of the most exciting things is getting to move into the new Steelwell site today. Children and staff are so excited they moved in today. And of all of our facilities, our report has been that we've moved here, there, and as many as 4 and 6, 7 times for us at the Children's Village. That was move-in number 7. But for Steelwell, this is just number 2. Those 2 sites are original sites from 1978. So the upgrade is much needed, and we're all excited about having those. But that's the biggest news we have. Other than thank you all to the readers that came and dropped by last week. The children loved it. I think you all got a taste of what the teachers go through every day. They are awesome. They're the unsung heroes. And children love visitors.
Oh, great. All right, do we have any questions for Ms. Thompson? Okay, I think you're off easy today. Thank you for
you.
joining us. All right, and next up, we have the superintendent of our Sequoia High School, Mr. Terry Eustace.
Yo,
CO.
so great day to be in Indian.
Yes.
Got lots of great things going on at Sequoia. So our girls' basketball send-off is going to be tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. So we'll be at the gym, we'll load up, but then we're going to drive by the complex. And so it'll be about 4:35, we should be down through here, and then we'll be sending on our way. Play at 1:30 on Wednesday, then there's a day off, and then Friday, if we win, we'll play at 10:30, and then we play early on Saturday as well. So we get the early games this year instead of late. They usually kind of swap that out, the boys and girls. So that is that's for the basketball. Excited to be back again. It is tough to get back to the state tournament.
Yeah.
You don't realize it, and you think, oh well, we got everybody back. We ought to just roll. And well, it's injuries and all kinds. We had the injury bug this year for sure with the girls. Our boys played really hard. Got beat by Eufaula on Friday. They had a chance to go, and then Eufaula ended up turning around and beating Chandler, who had beat us in the finals of the regional. So they went to the state tournament and. So it's a tough road to get to the state tournament. So we're excited about that. We also had a young lady get a superior at the vocal contest. Kaylee Billy, our first one in our choir class, and so we're excited about that. So she moves on to state. And then after talking to Candace at the basketball, we found out we posted a picture of our 4x8 relay team won in the indoor track. Well, we had another relay team that won that I didn't know. They didn't really talk about how this was, but this was the first state-sponsored indoor state track meet, basically. So we competed in it. I just thought it was just another indoor meet, but then we found out, no, it's actually state. And so we was talking about it at the ball game the other night. Her son was on that team, and she said, he's got a gold medal. And I said, well, they didn't send me that picture to put out. So then and Oganall won the 800 as well. So it was the first indoor state track meet. So we did really well there. And Sam, you know how Sam is. We just won. Oh yeah, we did good. So one of those things. And then our band did really well as well. Speech and drama kids doing well. They just had their competition last week to go to state. Cameron Atwell did really well in his. He won his. And so just lots of good things. And then here we are, it's almost graduation. So basketball season's wrapping up, spring break, and then it's, you know how that last 9 weeks is, Coach. At school, it's like you come back from spring break and the next thing you wake up and it's May. So we'll be here, we'll be there before we know it. Lots of good things going on in our spring sports as well, in our spring activities, and then getting our seniors graduated. We named our valedictorians, salutatorians, so we're happy with those two, and very, very well-deserving kids. Our Teacher of the Year, we'll be announcing that here pretty quick. We just sent that out, and so we're excited about that. And then they're telling us March 19th we should be able to practice in our indoor facility.
Wow.
So that's really, really nice. And it won't be completely ready to go because we still got some few more things, and then the furniture's coming. And then they're telling us tentative dates for to turn it over to us is 8/7 for the academic building and the PAC. So August 7th, we start school on August the 12th. So if that works out perfect, and I know how construction is, you never know, but as of right now, that's a tentative date to have that all done, so we're excited about that. And I can't thank the council and Chief Hoskin and Deputy Warner for that investment into Sequoia High School, because it's a huge investment, and it just shows what the admin and tribal council thinks about education. And so we appreciate that very much, and very excited to be the superintendent at Sequoia for year number 2. It's flying by. I can't believe I'm almost been here for 2 years. So.
I know it. Oh, wow.
And I'm sure I left out some stuff, but there's a lot of stuff. And what happens is we do that report, but we turn it in so early. I try to give you the latest stuff, and then it'll come back in on that last report, and then you get to see pictures and all that good stuff. But keep up with Facebook on us. We're always trying to post our stuff, and things happen pretty quick at Sequoia. Sometimes those reports don't get out fast enough, and we don't wait last minute. We're on to the next thing. So.
That's right. All right. Do we have any questions for Superintendent Eustace? Counselor Black Fox Qualls.
Thank you, Chair. A couple of questions. Do we have any students that are participating in OIE?
Yes, 2.
2?
Yes, 2 young
Awesome.
ladies. One she's going to be there like all week, and then one's going to be there for a couple of days. She's sewing a couple animals. I can't think of her name, but yeah, we have 2. So they'll be the first group to do that. Sequoia.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Wow, great job.
Because that's OIE is a big deal. It's going on right there at the same time the state tournament, and there's horses and animals, and and then I mean it's right. As soon as the state tournament is over on Saturday, then the heifer show is Sunday, and they bring dirt in that night after, and then the heifer show is Sunday.
Wow.
In the same building that they just played basketball in for the last 2 weeks. It's crazy how, and the new Coliseum is amazing. It's really, really nice. It seats 3,000 less than the old big house, but to have all the events in there, it's going to be really nice. It's going to be a nice facility. Forgot 8th grade day. We had 8th grade day on the 4th. 340 kids showed up. So for less than 100 slots. So it's a big deal. Had a good day there. Was able to show them the indoor and go around. And it rained on us again 2 years in a row. But we had to plan for it. We had the buses to bus them around and do some stuff. So applications are out. So if you hear kids, send them to us. Applications are online. We're taking them till April, and I can't remember the date, but sometime mid-April, we'll get that information out to them. And so we revamped the application. It's a lot smaller. They don't have to fill out all the stuff. Basically, it was a enrollment packet in the past. Now it's just we just need this information to see if you get in. If you get in, then you get the enrollment packet to fill out and bring back in. So that way, it's a lot less to fill out for the people when they apply. So.
I think that's a good idea. All right, Counselor Hall.
I also wanted to say it was good seeing the FFA officers at the Ag Summit
Yes.
last month. So
Yes, I'm glad they invited us.
yes, it was good. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions? Counselor Callison.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to say to the public, what's happening at Sequoia is unbelievable. The indoor workout facility, being in that line of work for so many years, the private sectors of schools that we see around the Tulsa area and the Oklahoma City area, Sequoia is going to be second to none to any of those. And, in my hometown at Pryor, of course, we have the Google deal, but you guys have the facilities, and it will be a first-rate institution for our kids to go to and to participate in and to be educated in. And it's quite a deal. Thank you all for what you do. We appreciate you
I'm telling
because
you.
we know it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Jimmies and
Yeah.
the Joes, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, and giving those kids opportunities, all the opportunities that they have at Sequoia is what I like. At being able to be the superintendent there is absolutely, they have all the opportunities to do all the things that they want to do. You know, academically, athletically, you know, anything they want to do. Now we're adding the arts with that PAC. Our band and choir is going to get even better, and then be able to have events there and those kinds of things. And then Dr. Bunch told me that I couldn't move my office to the indoor facility. I had to stay in the academic building. I said, oh, man, I had one right there. I was going to go right there. So I thought that was funny. He knows where I grew up, too, in the field, you know, being able to have an indoor facility as a football coach. Can you imagine that? I mean, it blows my mind. It's going to be nice. And then baseball, being able to come in there, because we got cages that come out both sides, 53 yards, cut in half, 2 of them that come, so they have 4 hitting stations. The bases are already painted on the field, so they can take ground balls and stuff for baseball. You got golf, I mean, it's top of the line. It's unbelievable, so, yep.
Good deal. All right, and Counselor Black Fox Qualls.
Sorry, I meant to ask, was there an update on Peyton with the Cox Scholarship and her phone design?
Not yet. We're getting info, and so we're thinking they have to tally all the votes, and then they're going to send some stuff out. So we'll hear pretty quick.
All right,
So.
thank you.
All right, well, fingers crossed on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have any other questions for Mr. Eustace? Okay, and as the application period, really, as those applications start rolling in for Sequoia High School, just a reminder, it is a highly competitive process. There will be a number of individuals who apply who will not, unfortunately, be successful in the application. And if they want to appeal that decision, the school has a mechanism for appealing a decision. So if we get contacted by constituents who are, you know, have questions about the process, we really need to refer them back to Superintendent Eustace and his staff there, because they're the ones who are best equipped to handle those questions in the appeal process.
Yeah, I appreciate that very much, because just send them to us and we'll deal with it. And it's not a fun time of year when you have to tell people no, especially as positive things are at Sequoia, but it's part of the job, and that's something that we have to do. But we're ready to do that, and so send them to us, and we have the mechanism for that, so.
Right, and a reminder too, with the transfer portal, if somebody is not successful as a freshman, and they're able to get in their freshman year and get their attendance right and get their grades right and get their academic record looking the way it needs to be a Sequoia Indian, they can absolutely reapply as a upperclassman.
Yes, absolutely. We take those too.
Yeah.
All the way up in the senior year, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for your time, and thank you for being with us this afternoon.
But thank you, guys.
All right, and we have no old business pending. We have no new business pending. Do we have any education-related announcements? Okay, I see no education-related announcements. With that being said, I will make an announcement on my own behalf. So this year, I am the 2025-2026 Isabel Baker Memorial Lecturer. And I will be delivering a talk on Thursday at 3:30. So that'll be Thursday, March 12th at 3:30 in the Webb Auditorium on NSU's Tahlequah campus. My talk is titled Carrying the Center, Indigenous Women, Power, and Leadership. And there will also be a Zoom option if you would like to attend or watch online. So with... All right, thank you. And so with that being said, the floor is now, oh, go ahead.
Could you make sure that Zoom link is sent to all of us? So
Oh,
we
yeah,
can-
absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
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 I would like to see that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will send that around to everybody. And now the floor is open for a motion to adjourn. Okay, we have a motion from Counselor Hughes with a second from Counselor Callison. All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned.